is my town. It's my town. It's my town. It's my town. This is my town. It's my town. It's my town. It's my town. This is my town.
What's up, guys? Controlled Cast here, bringing you the deck profile of the Noble Knight deck that I actually won locals with today, and just yesterday ended up getting top 8 at my store's OTS. I was first place after Swiss with that. I got 2 pair-ups in a row for the last 2 rounds, but I'll go over my matchups for both yesterday's OTS and today's locals after the video. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. For the monsters, we have 3 Madro. This is really the start of your Wombo combos. You open him and any Noble Arms equip spell, including Queen, but Queen's not as good because you need another one to back that up, but I'll get into that later. And you go So Plus, and you basically are saying, alright, here's what I have, now try to deal with it. So that's really the one you want in your hand turn 1. But another good option, and what you're usually going to summon with the Madro, is Boars. For those of you who don't know, Spellbook Library of the Crescent, basically. 3 Gawain, because Valor and Fiendish are a thing if you don't have Excalibur to protect the targeting. So if they, say you summon Boars, equip it with Noble Arms of Destiny so it can't be destroyed, and he gains his effect, and they Valor it, he now goes back to a Vanilla and a level 4 and a Light. Because his effect to become dark and up a level is not a condition, nor is it an activated effect. It's a continuous effect, so it is indeed negated by things like Valor. So if they do that to him, you could just special summon him and then still make your play. Plus he's a pretty good beat stick. 2 Dristan, pretty standard. I've seen 2. It's just really good to get rid of trouble monsters, especially late game. 1 Gwalchavad, because you can OTK with this deck, but you need him to do it. 1 Queen, because she makes, if she's in grave, literally any of your monsters top decked late game is a great top deck. Like, it turns anything into like a BLS top deck. It's nuts. 1 Thunder King, because your worst matchup is Prophecy, and this really just shuts it down. 1 Honest, because they're all lights, at least at the beginning, and your exceeds are lights. I actually Honested for game in top 4 today. And then 2 Effect Valors. Like I said before, your worst matchup is Prophecy. Valor kills Prophecy. And another really strong play against this deck is to space the Excalibur, and then either Big Eye or 101, whichever Xyz monster I have. So having that Valor in hand is really clutch. Onto the spells, we have 2 Excalibur, 2 Noble Arms of Destiny, 2 Gallatin. All this is fairly standard. Only 1 Caliburn. I want to bump it up to 2, but I need to find the space. 1 Arthur Tear, because you can just abuse this hard, especially if you're going second, and they have a lot of back row. To help clear more back row, Triple Space Typhoon. 2 Duality to help search out your plays. If you Duality and Boars in the same turn, it's actually really strong, in my opinion, because you just get so much searches out of your deck. 1 Rhoda, same idea. Rhoda's essentially like top decking the Madro. That's always when I search with it, unless I have an OTK potential if I have a Gwain. 1 Foolish, because like I previously stated, getting that Queen in grave is crucial, especially mid to late game. It helps your grind game so much, because it literally, like I previously said, turns any of your monster top decks into a strong top deck. Dark Hole, because it's Dark Hole. Book, because it's Book, and people play Trap, Stun, and Decree now, and as you'll see, I actually side in Decrees. And people don't expect you to have any answers, and then you flip Book and they rage. Making people rage is kind of why you play this deck. For the traps, I have 2 Mirror Force. It's the only 2 of I play. And then I play 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, 1 Warning, and 1 Bottomless. That's it for the traps. I don't play a whole lot. I just kind of play the basic standard staples, because like I said, I do side into Decree. But game 1, it's really key to have some kind of protection. I'll do the extra deck next. 2 Artorigus, the rank 4. 2 Sacred Artorigus, I guess, the rank 5. These are your big dudes. If you really get your turn 1 playoff, you're going to go into him first, but your backup play is usually going to be this guy. His effect's better, in my opinion, because he's a Feather Duster up to the number of Noble Arms you have, but he can pop monsters, and he just wins games. For the OTK potential, like I guess said, I'll show you the combo after this. We do have one Excalibur and one Blade Armor. You can get both of these on the field in the same turn. It's pretty good. One Mace Stroke, one Omega, one Emerald, one 101, one Starliege, two Cowboy, because I've had one get bottomless too many times and I can just remake it. And then one Catastrophe, because you do play all the level 4s and the Valors. And for the side deck, we have one Fossil Dyna, card put in work today. Just saying. Like, I even misplayed with it, and it still put in work. 2 DD Crow. You know, really solid card. I never really cared for it in the side, but in a deck like this, it's very, very good. Like, most of the decks that I play are way more control, like 10 plus back row. And DD Crow just isn't that strong in those, because like you need access to your monsters, but this one plays enough big beefy monsters where you can afford to side in something like this. 2 Max C. I almost always have this enough I'm going second, because if they derp, then I'm going to have advantage. 2 Twister. Sided this in almost every game, because even if, like, these are mainly for like Fire Fist and Harpies, because it clears their, it gets rid of their tankies, it gets rid of Hunting Grounds if you're playing Harpies, gets rid of Hysteric Parties. But I side this in almost every game just because it gives me 5 MSTs. You know, at the cost of a mere 500 life points. People are going to side stuff in for me. And frankly, it's really annoying and I'd rather not deal with it. So this is one of those decks where I just counter side more than I side. Which kind of sounds dumb, but it works. 3 Decree. For anything kind of trap heavy. If I do this, I'll side out every single one of my traps. Except for Solemn Warning. I don't know why, it's just a habit. But I always like to leave Warning in because it's too good of a card. 2 Overworked. I actually set this in against Cyber Dragons, and it kills their dudes if they power bond, or limiter removal, obviously. So that's always good because like their biggest play is the Cyber Twin with a power bond and just get it dumb strong, and then you're just like overworked. Lol. 2 Iron Wall because Bujin's kind of an awkward matchup. Like it's not a bad matchup, but it's very back and forth. So I'd rather just cut out half their deck with 1 card. And then Soul Drain, again for Bujin and also for Mermail. That's it for the deck, guys. Stay tuned for some combo. Alright, for the first combo, this is going to be your turn 1 Herp Derp play. As you can see, there are 6 cards here. You literally need 2. You need him and any of these. Just because it's the single most broken one, we're going to go with Caliburn to start, because that's your best one to open with. So we'll just set these to the side. All you're going to do is normal summon Madro, equip him with Caliburn, gain 500. Now you're at 85. Use his effects. You're going to special summon from your deck a Noble Knight Boars. His effect will pop this, goes to the grave. Its own effect activates, re-equips it. You're going to re-equip it to Boars. Gain another 500. Now you're at 9,000. His effect. You're going to search 3. Any 3. Doesn't really matter. But depends what you have in hand. But you're going to want this, this, and Queen if I can find her. There we go. You're going to want these 3 either in your hand or grave, because these are the ones you're really going to want on your dude. So, say you don't open any of them, you could just search these 3, they pick 1, whatever. So, we'll say they pick Noble Arms, because why not? The other 2 go to grave. Now you're going to equip, just to make him level 5. And you're going to overlay into Sacred King. These obviously fall off. And you're going to use his effect to re-equip the 3 spells. And then you're going to use Queen's effect to re-equip herself. Gain another 500. So now you're at 9,500 life, turn 1. He's at 3,000 attack because he gains 300 from Queen, 500 from Caliburn, so it's 800 total to his already 22. He can't be targeted, and once per turn he can't be destroyed by card effects or battle. And you still have 4 cards in your hand. So that's pretty broken. Let's see, we're going to go into the OTK one next. Let me just get the pieces for it real quick. This combo is a bit more complicated, only in that it entails 1 more card. Again, you're going to need a Madro. You're going to need a Gawain. and you're going to need any of the equipped skills. I guess again we'll go with Caliburn. Alright, so what you're going to do for this one, I'll give you kind of a setup scenario because this actually happened against the current OTS champion of Rochester, Stephen Outley, during a playtesting mini locals, I guess. And he was playing Heretics. He went first, he Cardid, drew 2, discarded one of his vanillas, and passed turn. And I've played Steve enough to know that he doesn't like to run things like Fade or Scarecrow. So I was just like, either A, he teched him in, or B, I'm just going to YOLO here. And I did indeed have these 3 in hand. So this is how the combo works. It's not too complicated, I promise. Summon Madro. You're going to equip him with Caliburn, gain 500. Use his effects. You're going to summon, this time, a Gualchavad. And this is why you play Gualchavad, as I mentioned earlier. He's used for the OTK. Madro's effect pops this. Its effect brings it back. Gain 500. You're at 9,000. He's now back to being a level 4 vanilla. Special. You're going to overlay these 2 into Excalibur. Use its effect to attach. These go to grave. Then Gualchavad, if you don't know what he does, you can target a Noble Knight or Noble Arms card in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and then pop a Noble Arms that you control. So you're going to target, go in, bring it back to hand, pops Caliburn. Now you've already used Caliburn's effect to bring it back so it doesn't come back now. But now he's a level 4 vanilla. Special summon, overlay into your Blade Armor Ninja, and then detach. And now you have 4,000 and 22 and 22, which is 8,400 total, and I actually gamed him with that, and it's kind of like the deck's little TK. It's not a huge play, you don't make it often, but since it's not possible without him, which is why you always play one of him. Trying to think. Alright guys, that is it for the combo video. Stay tuned for the outro. Welcome back guys. Thanks for watching the deck profile and combo video. As I said, this was both a locals and OTS deck profile. Same deck for both, exact same list. I'm going to go ahead and go over my matchups real quick for you guys. For the OTS, round 1 and 2 I played against Erratic, I beat both of them. Round 3 I played against Mermail, I lost. Round 4 and 5 I played against Boujin, I beat both of them. And round 6 I played against Mermail and won. Top 8 I played against Baby Raccoons. Sam Miller, his deck profile is actually on my channel if you want to go check it out. I lost to him. Granted, he did have warning every game, but he's still a really good player, and you know, sackiness wasn't enough alone to win for him. So, and he actually got top in locals again today. And then at locals, I played against Prophecy, which is my worst matchup, round 1. Harpies, round 2. Round 3 was my only loss of the whole day against Gadgets. Round 4 was Evil Swarm. Round 5 was Cyber Dragons. Top 8 was the Baby Raccoon player again. I 2-0'd him this time. No warning. Woo! And top 4 I played against a kid that everybody kind of hates. Him and his friends they go to a different local, but they've been known at our local to come and steal people's things, and coincidentally enough, just today, somebody's phone went missing while they were there, and they were acting really shady about it. So, you know, they're just that type of person that you just really want to avoid, but, you know, the good guy playing the rogue deck, of course. Yeah. Pulled out the win, and I 2-0'd him very quickly. So, yeah, that was my matchups for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. I appreciate all the help. I'm almost at 150 subscribers. I want to get up to 200 by the end of March. So if you guys really like my videos, share them on your locals pages, whatever. Share them with your friends. Recommend deck profiles if anybody's trying to build anything. And yeah, guys, thanks for the support. Control Chaos signing out.